Let's solve Leetcode question 50 POW(xn) and implement a function which calculates x raised to the power of n. So here is an example. Raise x equals 2 and then raise the power of 10. So you basically that's 2 multiplies 2 multiplies 2 10 times, that's 1024. And then the x is 2.1 and n equals to 3. So you do it 3 times and you get the result 9.261 and x equals to 2. And if n equals to minus 2, what happens is basically you still calculate the 2 power of 2, but then you need to use 1 to divide the 2 power of 2, so you get 0.25 when n is minus. I forgot about all the math, but that's not the most important part. And here are some constraints here, and you can take a look at here are the company asked this question for the last 6 months, and Facebook asked 162 times. And you're not going to be able to solve this problem by using the Python built-in function POW, or they probably wouldn't want you to just return a x power of n, something like this. And what you wanted to do is basically that divide and conquer this problem and put them into smaller problems, break them into smaller problems, and then divide and conquer them and put them together. So there's some edge cases if x is equals to 0, right? If x equals to 0, and then if x equals to 0, then basically the result is 0, because no matter how many times that you multiply 0, it's 0. So that's 0. Another scenario is n equals to 0. If n equals to 0, then no matter how many times you do it, and it's basically 2's 0 power of 0, that is 1, right? Everything will be 1. So these are the two edge cases that you need to roll out. And let's take a look at the example. Like it gives you x equals 2, and n equals to 10, right? So then basically you do the calculation is 2 multiplies 2 plus 2 plus 2. And then let's not use 10 because there's a lot, and let's use 5 here. 1 2 3 4 5, right? And you can divide this problem into so basically I need to smaller problem is that I need to 2 multiplies 2 and 2 multiplies 2, and then I multiplies one single 2 afterwards. So that's how you divide this problem. If n is our odd number, that's how you do it. Basically, this is like how you solve this problem. You x multiplies n, but you do it twice, and that's basically n 5. If you do the division of 2, and what you get is 2 in this case, right? So you do it twice, and then the x here is basically x plus x. And then that's how you do this, solve this problem recursively. If n equals to 4, that's basically the even scenario. If the even scenario, you just do something like this. 2 multiplies 2, and you do it twice, right? But then, so you can see the conclusion already is basically if n is an even case, you just x multiplies n, but you do it multiple times. And how many times you do it, n is, you need to do a division of 2. So you figure out how many times you need to do this. And then if 5 is an odd number, and then all you need to do is you use one extra x multiplies the even number that you need to do it, and then you will be able to calculate the result, and then you basically call the function and then return the result. And the other scenario is that when n is minus. So what I'm gonna do is when I'm passing the function, I'm gonna give it a positive number. But when I return the result, and I'll do a condition check if n is smaller than 0, what I'm gonna return is instead of the function result, I'm gonna use 1 to divide the result. That's what I'm gonna return. So let me show you how to do this in code. Basically, I'm gonna define a let's say POW, a function like this, right? And I'm gonna pass x and n for now. And then if x equals to 0, right, I'm gonna return 0. That's basically n power of anything, that is 0. If n equals to 0, I'm gonna return 1. And then if n divide, I'm get the remainder of 2. Basically, if it equals to 0, that is the even case that we talk about. If it's an even case, like basically, like for example, like 4, what you need to return is you call the power x function, and then you basically do x multiplies x, like what you do here, right? And then the n is how many times you need to do it. So basically, is the n do a division of 2, and then you figure out that's equals to 2, right? So then that's basically n do a division 2. That's what the recursive way that you can return for an even number. And if else, that's the other scenario, right? And then you call the same function, and you do basically, I'm just gonna copy and paste because you basically do the same thing. And then all you need to do is just use x multiplies. Remember the 5 here, that's the odd case. You x multiplies the even case, and that's how you calculate the odd case result. And that's it for the function, right? So now I'm gonna call the function. How I'm gonna call the function is I'm gonna assign a result, and the POW x, I'm gonna call x, and I'm gonna pass a positive number integer, even it gives me a negative number. I'm gonna do the condition check when I return the result. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna return, it's already float, but it's fine. I'm just gonna return the float result as a float if n is bigger than 0, bigger or equal than 0. Else what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use 1 divide if it's the minus smaller than 0 case, I'm gonna return this. Yep, that's it for the function. Let me know if you think this is helpful. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon with more Leetcode questions. Bye bye.